In Psalm 4, verse 4, it is written, "In your anger do not sin. When you are on your beds, search your hearts and be silent." And verse 5, "Offer right sacrifices and trust in the Lord." When a man becomes angry, he may become violent. And a violent person can hurt others. When we become angry, we become violent and we can hurt others. But the main thing lies in controlling our anger. At what time we may get angry, we don't know about that. We cannot control the beginning of our anger. But once the anger sets in, still we can control our anger. And that's what is this psalm telling us to do, to control our anger. In your anger do not sin, because anger leads to sin. And sin itself is irreversible. Anger is reversible, but sin is not. The next advice that this verse gives us is about self-analysis. When you are in your beds, search your hearts and be silent. In order to see ourselves, we must self-analyze ourselves. We must check our conscience, if I was indeed wrong in any way. Because many a times the reason of the quarrel, the reason of the problem is because of our own mistakes. And when we identify our mistakes, then we become peaceful. Our anger subsides. And that's exactly what this verse tells us to do. The third advice which the verse gives us is about offering right sacrifices to the Lord. The sacrifice that we give to the Lord should be right. Our attitude and approach towards God should be correct. And this verse also reminds us of two brothers, Cain and Abel. Once they went to the Lord to offer their sacrifice. Abel brought the best from his cattle. He brought a sheep for the sacrifice, whereas Cain brought some vegetables. And they laid down their offerings before the Lord. And when the Lord saw their sacrifice, God was pleased with the offering of Abel, but he rejected the offering of Cain. This made Cain very angry. He was so angry that he killed his brother Abel. Had Cain utilized the advices of Psalm 4, then he would not have committed the sin of killing his brother Abel. Nevertheless, Psalm 4 gives us an advice to not only control our anger, but also self-analysis and our relationship with God. These three are interlinked. And when we manage these three portions properly, then we can avoid unnecessary problems from our lives.